Hey yeah, everybody, Joe here. I want to revisit a puzzle today by yttrio. It is called At Odds with Where to Go, and this one is really complicated, for me at least. I was almost done with it. I thought I was doing good, and then I broke it somehow, and I could not figure out how to get it back. So I'm restarting here today, and let's jump right into the rules. Normal Stoker rules apply, that is 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Yin Yang is shade some cells such that all shaded cells are orthogonally connected. All unshaded cells are orthogonally connected. And no 2 by 2 area is fully shaded or fully unshaded. These shaded cells act as a parity line. If two orthogonally connected cells are both shaded, then one of those digits must be odd and the other must be even. A digit in a cell with an arrow counts the total number of shaded cells seen in the direction of the arrow, not counting the cell itself. So I started up here because of these two, but also because of the corners. And if if both of these are the same, then we're basically just counting the ones in between the two. And they will both get the same digit because they're not counting themselves. That is if they are the same, either shaded or unshaded, right? So if they're both shaded, I'm going to use red for shaded. Then they'll get the same amount because they're both counting these. Same with if they are both unshaded, then it would obviously do the same. So they must be different. Now, if I look at these two, if these are both unshaded, then they would be the same digit because they would just be counting there. If this one is shaded and this one is unshaded, then again, it would just be counting the ones in between there, and they would be the same digit. I think I've already said if this one is unshaded, then this one would be shaded. If this one is unshaded, then this one would be shaded. This one would have to be shaded. And those would all be shaded. So this one would be 8. This one would be 7. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, would be 7 as well. So that does not work. The two that are pointing at each other must be the same, or must be opposite as well. So whatever these two are, this one has to be opposite. So my point is that this one has to be shaded because these are either both shaded or this one, but this one cannot be unshaded. Right, if this one is unshaded, that one has to be shaded. And then we get the same on these two digits. So these are both shaded, and this one is unshaded. So this one will be plus one of this one, and this one will be plus one of this one. And then if we were to look down here, and we were to think, can these two be the same? The answer is still no, because of the same concept as we had up here. If they're both shaded, then they're going to get the same total. If they're both unshaded, they're going to get the same total. So they must be different. And since we know there is a swap up here somewhere, even if all of these are red, there's still a swap on the top row. And there's going to be a swap on the bottom row, at least at a corner, but it could be somewhere in the middle. The point is that this one cannot be unshaded or yellow, because we would, in a yin-yang puzzle, once these two got eventually connected in whatever way, we're going to isolate the two red sides. So it has to stay familiar with its vertical, with its column counterpart. And this one has to be red. And we know the swap is somewhere down here. And we can't go back to yellow right here, say. Because then we would need... Because once on a yin-yang, you can only have the original color, and then one color swap, and then back to the original color. And then you have to go all the way around with that original color. Or else you're going to end up with something as I was describing if these were opposite. Right, where you would trap one side from the other. So that being said, that makes this entire column shaded, and this entire column unshaded. Right? So this will be unshaded to avoid 2 by 2. And we have a entire column of a parity line. So we have to alternate between odds and evens. Well, if we were to start here with an even, then we would run out of room because we don't have 5 evens. So these must all be odd, and then these will all be even. Here we can do 1 or 2, and here we can do 1, 2, or 3. Here is 1, 2, or 3. Here is 1, 2, or 3. And this one is going to be one higher than that one. Okay. So I can take the 9s out of the corners and here because they're just because they have arrows, and this one is one higher. I mean, it's true to say that, oh, well, maybe it's not. Yeah. No, it is. So I can't have some yellows, even one. If I had one yellow here, then again I could not swap back to red. So red has to stay on this side. And whatever number this is going to be where red ends, and then yellow will continue. Because we can't swap, like if these were yellow, we can't swap again for the same reasons as explained before. So we know that this one is red, because at minimum, this is 1. And I can't see it over here. Or we can't have the color swap. So this is yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. This is going to be even. And then on these 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. And then we also know that this is going to be 1 higher. No, I don't know that down there. We know that this one is going to be 1 higher than this one because they're both arrows. So this cannot be 1, or else that would be 0. And this cannot be 8 because that one cannot be 9. So this is 2, 4, 6. That is 3, 5, 7. This is 4, 6, or 8. Now, this one cannot be 7, because if it was, these would all be red. These would all be part of a parity line, and this would be 1 even, 2 evens, 3 evens, 4 evens, and 5 evens. We only have 4, so that cannot be 7. Now I want to think about this. Can that one be 7? And before, I thought the answer was no. Well, it is true that this is going to be 1 higher than that, because this one is not counting itself, and this one is counting everything, the same things that this one sees plus it. So it will be 1 higher. So it is 2, 4, 6, 8 at the moment. So that is true. Again, if this was 7, then it would be all of them. They would all be parity, and it would again be 5 even. So that cannot be 7 either. If it was 1 though, if this was 1, and all of these were yellow, and that was 2, I guess that would be okay. And before, I took out the 1 here because I thought that I think I was just copying this top row, to be honest. So maybe I'll wait on that. So what do I want to do? If this is 2, both of those are red. If this is 1, this one cannot be red. So this one is red. regardless, because this cannot be 0. If this is 1, this cannot be red, because that would be yellow. We cannot have a checkerboard and a yin-yang. So that would be red. And if it's 2, obviously that one is red. So that one is red, no matter what digit that is. Now this cannot be 1. And now I am back to my original. Almost, I think. We do have a 3, 5 pair. So I take 3, 5 out of those. And this will be odd. Just gonna jot that in. This has to be at least 3. So it will get those 2. So that is odd. This is even. We have 3, 5, so these are going to be 4, 6. Because they will be 1 higher than the other corner. That's 2 of the evens here in that column. Let's see, 1, 2, 3s. If this is 1, right, so if this cell right here, actually, if this was 1, it could look at that. And those could both be red. Yellow could get out through there. Maybe. Another thing, though, no, maybe not another thing to mention yet. This is at least 3, though, so that is red. This is going to be even then. Back to this. Can this be if this is 1, those are both yellow. I don't think that would be an issue. Staring at this, can that be 1? It could be looking there. If this is 1, okay, here is maybe, well, if that's 1, any of these can be red. This one cannot be 1, because then that one would be 1. . So can that be 1? If it was, this is 2. And this would be 3. So it would make those red. So this one and all of these would be yellow. Those would be red. That would be yellow. That would be red. That would be red. And then that would be red. That would be yellow. That would be red. Um, One of these are done. Either all of those are yellow or all of those are yellow. If that is 3, all of these are red. Those would be yellow. Hmm. Well, these are 4, aren't they? Well, I'm not counting yellows, so I'm counting reds. 1 or 7. But I know 7 doesn't break this from before. At least not this early on. If this was my error, it let me do the entire puzzle. Which is well played. So, I'm not wanting to assume that was my error though, either. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me try to find something else. If that is 2, or if that is 1, if this is 1, oh, the point is, right, the point is that this has to be red. Because whatever it sees, this one sees one more, and it has to be that one. So that is red. And now, it has to be 1. Because it is on the odd diagonal. So, no matter where you start, like say we're here, I know this has to be odd because it's on an odd diagonal. However many steps you go to get there, you're always making two moves to get back to the odd. So you can chase this around, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd. Or if you just go straight to it, even, odd, even, odd. So this can only be 1. this is now 7. So that is true, I feel. This one needs, since it's on an arrow, it needs all of those to make 7. This is now yellow. It needs to go all the way to its buddies. As far as it can, anyway, at this point. And then we can get 1-9 combo here. And this is going to be 2. It can be red, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. This one cannot be 3 because that is yellow. So that has to be 1, which will make that yellow. And now that we've turned to yellow, we cannot go back to red. So these are all yellow. Now this is 4. So this one will be 6. And this one stopped at 3. So this one must go to 5. So we get 2 more there, making it C5. And then once we go yellow, we have to stay yellow. Tidy these up real quick. That is a 4. Okay. So now all of these are the even. And then we have a 3, 5, 9, 3, 5, 9, and 3, 5, 9. That should be our 5 odds, yes. This one has to be red to avoid 2 by 2, and that one back to yellow for same, and that one back to red for same. Just avoiding 2 by 2s there. This one is sitting right next to an odd, so it cannot be on the parity. This one can no longer be 5. It could still be 4. It could still be 2. Actually, can it be 3? If I can get 3 out of there, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. It doesn't matter. This is all a combo of 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. So what is left? 1, 5, 7, 9. In all of those. And that column is booked. This has to be at least a 2. Well, also it has to be even because it's on the parity line. So that's 2, 8 only. And it can't be 8, can it? If it was 8, it would have to be all red. So it is 2. And the 2 is done. As in, the rest are yellow. So that does that. That turns to 8. This is now red to avoid 2 by 2. This is now yellow to avoid checkerboard. Now we're avoiding 2 by 2 here and here. And we're avoiding a checkerboard here with red. This is odd. It could be on the red, but I don't think it has to be. This is 379. And this has all of its even. So these are 1379. This is at least 2. With a maximum of 5. This one, it is diagonal of a 2. It is even. 2, 4, 8. These 2 are odd. Oh, they can be anything still. So I have 4 out of 5 odd. If that is 5, these would all be red. If that is 5, all of those would be red. These 3 would be odd. That would be the 4th odd. That would be the 5th odd. This would be 2 evens here. That would probably, that might be okay though. Okay. This is 2, 6. No, it's not. This is odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is as well. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 1, 3, or 5. It is odd. Cannot be 2 or 4. 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is maximum. But the point is that is odd, sitting right next to an odd. So it cannot be on a red. This one cannot be 3 now. So it will be 2. Oh, let me back that up. Yeah, that's right. And the other red has to go there. This turns that to a 6, that to a 4, that to an 8. We're getting our evens. That is 3. So there needs to be... Oh, there can only be one more red. So what I'm saying is, it cannot be both of these to touch that one. But... Oh, so if it's this, then that would be yellow and create a checkerboard. So that is not red. And that one now must be, because of the 3 clue. 1, 2, 3. This is odd. 3, 5, 7, 9 is all it can be. This is odd. It is 5, 7, 9. And this one could be red, attaching it to its buddies, but does not necessarily have to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This goes all the way up to 6. Don't know what color it is yet. 8. 8 goes here by Sudoku. That is 4, 6 now. 4. Okay. There's a 2 somewhere up here. Can both those actually be red? Yes, they can. Oh, no, they cannot. So this actually cannot be 6, because those would both be red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that would make a 2 by 2. What about 5? 1 would be here. One of these would be, and all 3 of those would be. What about 1? Yellow. And then all of those yellow would force that to be red. But that might be okay. That might be okay. We'll leave that for now. There's not a 4 or 6 here. And it'll go with an odd number. Well, the point is, I guess, that here are our other 2 evens. So these 2, I know, are odd. I'm just gonna mark them all and then fix the bottom one. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, and then we'll have an odd. We'll have one odd in here. 1, 2, 3. We'll only have one odd in here. Right, because 4 and 6 are going to be in here. So this takes 4 out of there. So this is 1, 3, or 5. Which is odd, which is no big deal. Because it is on a yellow. Okay. And now, this is at least 3. It's already seeing 3. Can it still be 5? If these are both yellow, then red is trapped. So that must be 5. These are both red. We have 5 coming out of there. And odd odd, odd, odd. And the fifth odd will be on one of these, because they are orthogonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will have the fifth. Point being that this and this are all even. This one only has one option. Okay. One of these will be even, one of them will be odd. And it'll be a 4 or a 6. 8, though, cannot be anywhere up here. So it must go there. And then it will be one of those. If this is red, it is 1 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still possible. If it's not red, though, it can be whatever number it wants to be after it adds all the red in the row. Are there any other arrows? This is at least 3. Yes, there are 3 there now. Can it still be 5? If it is, that was going to be 1, 2, 3. If it was 5, that would be the 4th. That would be the 5th. Both of those would be even. That still seems okay. Oh, no. No, it does not. If all of these, well, I can just look at 4. 4 cannot go here. And this is the only one that can be 4. So that must be 4. Sudoku tells me that is 4. 4 is over here. 4 is already there. 4 is either here or here. And then it can go there, there, or there. Okay. But 4 is in the middle. In one of those. Okay. This is seeing all evens. There will be a 2 up here. Just because it has nowhere else it can fit. This is not 2. So this will be odd. 1, 5, 7, 9. And this one will be odd as well. Looks like it can still be any. And there will be an odd up here. So either this one or this one. But this one is going to be odd. Either way around it goes. So it will be 1, 3, 7, 9. This one will be even. Either way it goes. So that is 4 or 6 only. And I have 3 of the evens in that column. Uh, this. It could still be 2. 2, 6, 4. Possibly. So, if this one is red, it's 1 or 5. If this one is red, it is 2 or 6. Okay. So that arrow is satisfied. That one. Let me just see here. Okay, I saw something with that one just now. So I have 3 arrows left. These 3 arrows are still being worked on. I've seen something with this one though. This cannot be 5 because they would all be red. And these do not line up. It would be even, odd, even, odd, even. So that is 1 or 3. If it is 1, these are all yellow. That would be red, needing an even. It would be 6. That would be yellow, or yeah, that would be yellow, so it wouldn't matter. And this would be red, needing a 6 as well. No, it could be an 8. Hang on. I'm saying if that's 1, all of those are yellow. That would be red. It would have to be 6. That would be yellow. That would be red. And it would need to be 8. Okay, so that would be okay though. 8 does go in the middle row there. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 odds along there. Oh, 6 can only go there anyway. Right. So that is 2 or 8. 6 is going down here. One of those 2. And 2, 2, 2 goes down here. 1, 9. 2. No combos there yet. I have 2 evens here. 3. 1 even, 1 odd in here. But that's still okay. Okay. Can that make any sense with 3? I doubt that. Well, actually I can. Neither one of these are red. Well, I mean, I don't know if I can. But I can see that these are not red. Because if they were, again, it would have to, or we can just use this one. If they were red, they would have, if this 4 was red, it would have to be odd. no matter which way it came from. Again, because of the little bishop trick we can use. Right, so we know that that is yellow. And we know this one is yellow for same reason. Which will make that red. It is even, which is good. This is yellow, but it does not matter. So can the three of those, this would be even, and this would be odd. But I think that would be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That would be even, that would be odd, and then that could be the 2. That would work. So I'll leave that alone for now. Oh, this one is red though now, to avoid the 2 by 2. And now this one will be yellow, for same reason. We still have this one, and this one. This one can no longer... Actually, if all of those are red... well, it can't be 1. That much is true. If it was 2... If it was 2... It could not be red. So this would have to be. So, or else we would trap this. So if this is 2, it is not red. But it would be done, so that would be yellow. So it cannot be 2. If this is 5, rather, okay, hold on. If this is 4, it would be yellow again, and this would have to be red. If this is 5, then they are all red. So this is red regardless. And it will be even. So it is 2 or 6. So this is just 4 or 5 only. This is 2 or 6 only. This is yellow to avoid... Okay, and this column with the 4 is done. So that is yellow, that is red. Now this cannot be 4. It will be odd. 3, 5, 7, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the last? If that is the last odd, then... Oh, this is yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. I'm like a dang squirrel over here chasing a car or something. If this is odd, I think I was saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a 2, or it would just be another even down here. A 2, 6, 8. So that may be okay. Alright, so that one can still be red to get out to its buddies. Can this one be 4? It has 3. If it is 4, this cannot be the red one, because then this would be yellow, making checkerboard. So if that is 4, then that has to be the red one. And if it's 5, they're all red. So that is red either way, because that one cannot be the only red in the row. So this is even, and it sees 2 and 8. So it is 4, 6, making a combo in that same box over there, box 4 on the far left. But it's making that 5. And now they're all going to be red over there on the left, right here. So that will turn red. This will be odd. 1, 7, or 9. And yellow here wants to get out to its buds. So we're avoiding a 2x2 here. And we are picking up a red in one of those. It can be either one, but one will be red, one will be yellow. Probably will be determined by odd or even, I imagine, at some point. So, are all the arrows done now? Not this one. But it cannot be 3 anymore, so it is 1. And now we have our finished yin yang, and they are all orthogonally connected. There are no 2x2s. This turns to 9, this to 1, and hopefully this time it does not break on me at the end. But this looks pretty similar to what I had before. Or maybe not. Maybe last time I ended with a 5 over there. I cannot remember now. But I feel like I've done this all logically. Although I felt that way last time too. So this 4, 6 is comboing over here to make that a 2. That is first. One of these will have a 2. Actually, 2, 6. Oh, that's okay. But hey, that is combo anyway. So this is odd. And it's gonna be just a 7 or 9. And it's looking over here. That's a combo now with that one. Looking over here, making that 1. And now I'm just hunting some combos. Found another. This is a 5, 7, 9. Looking down here. 1 is looking pretty scarce now. It's in one of these. Do I have... But look, I have all 5 odd here. So that is 2, or that's 2 only. So we will make it a 2. We'll make that one a 6, that one a 4. That one turns to 6. Now this turns to 4. 4 will be at, now this turns to 6. And 4, 6 is making a combo up there. But that does a lot down here as well. Good, good. This is 2. So this is 8. That gives me this 2. That'll do this 8. That 2. We're missing an even over here somewhere. Looks like it could be either way. But 4, 6 are both going in there. 6 is in one of the, well, I can't do that yet. Okay, so what can I do? 1 is in one of these, so that comes out. But now I have a 3, 7, 9. So that is 1. And this becomes a 3, 5, 7, 9. Not much help there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is odd. But there's no 1s all the way over. Sudoku's just pointing to this one being a 1 in the boxes surrounding it. And this will have a 3 or a 7 with it. We'll have a 3 or a 7 with it. Okay, that is alright. That is okay. 5 is right here by Sudoku. That does this column. It does a lot here. Three, 7. That's a 5 there. Oh, did we do it? Did we do it? That there. 9, 3, 5. That did a massive amount. I may just be filling in Sudoku digits now. I believe I will be. So this one is a 1. This one is 7. And this one is missing a 4, which will go, nope, I don't know that one yet. A 6 and a 9. So this one is 9. And this one will be 4 or 6. It sees a 4 above it. Oh, and I think I have done it correctly this round. Yay! That was a very awesome puzzle. I did find that very challenging. Nice job, yttrio. That was at odds with where to go. There will be a link in the description below. Do check it out yourself. It was very fun. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.